Evening and welcome to this Heroes Half Hour. I'm Hammy and this is Frostwolf. Hope you're well and good. It's been a little while, but because we have more time, we're back into Heroes of the Storming. So without further ado, Heroes is in closed beta. If you haven't signed up already, go to battle.net, sign in with your battle.net account and get stuck in. And with the closed beta comes a new map, Sky Temple, and Thrall, a new hero. So without further ado, we're going to do our play and learn little Heroes introduction. If you're new to Heroes of the Storm, new to MOBAs or games like this, don't worry. And we're also going to chat a bit about what Thrall does and then show you live in a competitive game a little bit about what he's up to. So without further ado, let's jump on in to some heroes. And as we jump on in, a big hello to Olivier, who is joining us. And because Olivier is joining us, let's get him stuck in. Yeah, come join. So we are going to be doing some Thrall. So as we jump into this game, let's firstly take a little bit of a look at Thrall. Now, Thrall, melee assassin, medium difficulty. So, long story short, if you've never played one of these games before, we're going to be getting up close and personal with our enemies. We're going to be getting a melee real short range, but because we're an assassin, we're going to be a little bit on the squidgy side. That means we're going to be a little bit, we'll take a bunch of damage, but we'll deal a bunch of damage also. So, when playing assassins, you need to be a little bit careful. You need to make sure that you're playing at a good range to people, but not too close. And a big hello to Noodle and Novelty and Sparta and PG and Moldy and everyone joining us live on twitch.tv/FelcraftCast. You can always come find us there. So, as I ready up and we are ready to rock and roll. Ooh, I believe we are ready. I believe Olivia is there. I believe our teammate is there. We don't want to be going in without our teammate. There we go. All well and good. So let's take a quick look at Thrall and see what he's up to. So Thrall, chain lightning, blasting through enemies with lightning. Naturally a very close range damaging ability. Very, very well and good. And as our game is ready, we're going to be jumping on in. Oh, maybe a few little bit of disconnect here and there. We also have Feral Spirit, and with Feral Spirit I'm going to be releasing a Fury Wolf Spirit to burn enemies and root those heroes. And we'll just wait for our teammates to rejoin. Windfury, increasing attack and movement speed. So we want to be getting up close and personal and then unleashing Windfury to make sure we're doing even more damage. And then Frostwolf Resilience as our little... Okay, well the party's bugging out, this gives us plenty of time to take a look and see what's going on. And then Frostwolf Resilience, casting abilities on enemies grant charges that heal you. So that actually gives us a bit of sustain. A little bit rare for an assassin, but if we play this right, we can cast abilities and then we can heal ourselves back up. So very handy indeed. Of course, Heroes of the Storm wouldn't be heroes without the heroic abilities. Earthquake persistently slows enemies in a massive area. Very nice indeed. So that, if we're into a big team fight, could really, really help. It will prevent enemy heroes fleeing. It will also mean that my team can jump in and attempt to chase people down for the kill. So that'll be very well and good. We also have Sundering. Sunder the earth in a line, damaging and stunning enemies in the path. So that will be very awesome also. Last but not least, we can take a quick look at talents as we jump into the game. Oh, and we're playing on Sky Temple, so we get a 2 for the price of 1. Not only do we get the latest hero in Heroes of the Storm, but we get the latest map. So Sky Temple, for those of you new to Heroes, every Heroes of the Storm map, you're going to push and destroy the enemy's base. You're going to make sure that you support your team in fights against the enemy team. Or team fights as they're known, and then you also need to keep an eye on the map objective, and the map objective is the thing that it could swing the match one way or the other depending on which team is best at using it and controlling it. So capture the temples. We can grab these temples. There are 3 different temples on this map. They periodically activate. They don't all activate at the same time, so you get moved around the map chasing these temples around. You then have to hold them, so you have to kind of sit there. And while you sit there and cover it, the temple's up for a fixed amount of time, and while it's there it fires a big laser, if you're in control of it, that will start trashing your enemy's base. Kind of like the cannons in Blackheart's Bay, but it's a bit different because you need to move around, and then you have to defend the temples while you're there, because as soon as you take control of a temple, some fairly big, fairly nasty NPCs try to kill you while you're trying to deal with the enemy team trying to take the temple. You also got NPCs on top of you as well, like this sort of a Anubis style warrior. So that is Sky Temple. So there we go. So we now have a bit of Thrall. We are going to be playing as melee assassin. Each hero levels up. You need to make sure that you get to about level 3 or 4. We're brand new with Thrall, so we're going to have a few talents and one of the heroics that we can't actually access in this video, but we'll take a look at them and discuss them as we go. So as we can load into Sky Temple rather slowly. This is probably my connection. It's not the game. The game is very stable indeed. Lots and lots of beta testing. We can actually see, I do love the lovely artwork on these screens. We can see Brightwing in the top right there. Brightwing, the slightly evil fairy dragon. And you can see here, this is one of those towers. This is one of the temples. A big warrior. And I like to think of this as the Protoss map. If you're a StarCraft fan, this is kind of the Protoss map. You can see lots of sort of big glowing orbs. Okay, so you can see, of course, the talents that we cannot grab at this point. Bigger Chain Lightning. These will be pretty awesome. We have Wind Shear, reducing my Windfury cooldown, periodically reduce the damage received from hero basic attacks by 50% and stores up to 2 charges. I'm actually, because I'm new, I'm going to go for block. I want to make sure that I'm not going to get too beaten up too fast. Very much hope that Oliver will be back. There is Tassadar. So out comes our team, and in we charge. So there's only one watchtower in the middle of this map, so generally watchtowers are a magnet for people. We're of course one human player down, so we need to be a little bit careful here. Chain Lightning, I can just zap that people around with that. Feral Spirit is just going to send a wolf out in a line, so I can show you an example of that now. Throw that out, that's going to root Zagara for 1 second, who's also been turned into a pig, how unfortunate. And Windfury is going to make me do lots of close range melee damage, so I'm going to start zapping people like the orc shaman that I am. However, it's all looking a little bit nasty, and you can see that because I'm a melee assassin, I need to be oh so careful. Now, very nice that I can actually stun people, but not so nice that I'm being chased in a very nasty way. Lots of dancing going around here. We are water dancing. So let's throw that down. Oh, I'm going to throw down Windfury, start throwing in and doing some damage. But as you can see, because I'm melee, we have lots of range in the enemy team. They also have a Thrall too. I'll pop over to the healing fountain. Heroes of the Storm, you can of course go back to base to heal yourself up. But you can also jump in to healing fountains as well. Big welcome to Olivier and also Fruity joining us on stream. Good to have you with us. Righty then, so the first temple is going to be going up, and then we can see what's going on here. You can see the enemy team already trying to contest for it. They stand there, you can already see it zapping away. I'm going to get in, activate Windfury. We've got Thrall on Thrall action. As you can see, while we're here, it's zapping the enemy base, but you can also see this big NPC in the middle of the map. It's going to be causing us some problems, so we need to make sure we get that down as soon as possible. Triggering my Windfury to do some more damage, and then you can see again we've got these NPCs that have been triggered as well. So very, very nicely we've managed to, just so far, keep control of here. What we need to just have a look at is see, oh, the enemy has managed to grab the top one, so they're zapping from the top one. And there's no one at the bottom temple. Are all 3 triggered at the same time? I'm going to go down to the bottom one and see if I can also grab this. Ooh, a little bit of death there. 4-star going down. I'm going to dash down to the bottom camp and see if I can grab this on my own. Ride the lightning, more chain lightning hitting more enemies. No, I'm not able to capture this. It's not doing anything. So the first 2 that get activated are the top 2. I'm going to go back into the middle and see what I can grab. Aha! Grab the watchtower as well. Okay, so there we go. First piece of zapping done, a little bit of team fight going on here. Tassagar getting involved. I'm going to get in, make sure I use my Spirit Wolf to try and close down one of these people so they don't get away, but I shouldn't go too far. Out comes a chain lightning. A little bit of zapping the Witch Doctor Nazebo. Alas, going a little bit too close to the action. Lloyd getting oh so close, but of course it's a decoy, so that's no problem at all. So, a little bit of dancing in the middle here. I'm going to hit down a Windfury. Make sure that we get rid of some of this. Remember that as I use abilities, they will also heal me. Alas, Nazebo throwing down his circle of skulls, but not getting too far with it. These are not great odds. I'm going to make sure that we just dance around in the right place here. Sadly, the healing fountain's been zapped away. Goes that Spirit Wolf. And in come the enemy. Alas, there's not a huge amount of defending I can do. I'm going to throw myself down, get thrown behind, but I'm just going to make sure I dance back and forth. Alrighty then, Spirit longer route. I like the sound of a longer route, so I'm going to grab that talent. Now, you can see that my team doing a very good job actually in terms of grinding away at mobs in our lanes and keeping ourselves up on experience, because of course in Heroes of the Storm we do gain experience as a team. There is no wine team, so the more experience we get, the more levels we earn. The more levels we earn, the closer we get to that all important level 10, which unlocks our heroic ability. Righty, I'm going to pop through the middle here. Always worth in Heroes of the Storm, or indeed any MOBA, making sure that you grab vision as much as you can. Right, there's some pressure here. I'm going to request some aid. Hold down G, and then you get access to a radio. You can just ping. It's a quick chat system. It means you can just quickly give a heads up to the most sort of common things you need, which are pretty much help, I'm dying, and so on and so forth. Get thrown behind, that's not good. Oh, and I was thrown into the Circle of Bones, but then Diablo charged me out of the Circle of Bones, so Diablo actually got me out of jail free there. In we come, you can see Windfury allowing me to swing twice as fast. Diablo's suffering a bit here, going to throw down Chain Lightning and try and pursue, but alas, the Circle of Bones has managed to grab me. However, Feral Spirit Wolf takes down Diablo, but I'm going to try and see if we can grab some temples. Oh, and I'm getting into a battle with a full start. I'm hoping that Brightwing is going to come and give me a hand. In comes Thrall from the other direction. Three of us, quickly I can throw down one of those. Alas, am I going to be able to get a Spirit up in time just to slow down Xenon? But Xenon was just gearing up for his big jumping ability. Good time to go back. Indeed. It'd be good to get some siege camps, I think. We are not miles ahead. We're in the enemy's base, the enemy's in our base a little bit, but it would be good to try and grab some siege camps. Too bad Windfury doesn't work like it does in World of Warcraft, says Best Noodle. Certainly not, it would be awesome if it did. And in we come. Let's hit Windfury, grab some Siege Ogres. I'm going to go for Sundering. Damage pushes and stuns enemies in a line, so I'm a massive Earthquake. So, Sundering is the damage heroic ability. Now, Earthquake is just solely a slowing ability. It slows enemies in the areas by 70%. But if that also slows their attacks, and if you position that correctly, it will pretty much allow your team in a team fight to knock up and do a bunch of killing. Very powerful indeed. Alrighty then. So I've got a mini little push going on here while my opponents are a little bit busy, but the temples are ready to be captured. So I'm actually going to jump back and go to the temple. I'm hoping that Tassadar is going to follow me. There we go. Now we can see me capture this temple. You can see the zapping happen, but alas, you can also see that this big nasty boss golem is going to start getting me as well. So I'm going to try to take them out. Oh, a massive naff back. So you can basically see that these boss mobs They are doing enough damage to cause a little bit of a problem, but not so much that I can't actually solo them myself. The important thing is, however, if an enemy came along, I would be in a lot of trouble, because these are doing a reasonable amount of damage to me. However, of course, with my Frostwolf Resilience, I am charging myself back up, which is very, very good. But I need to get 5 charges before I actually have a little heal, so I need to cast 5 abilities effectively. There we go. Good stuff. That is all out of energy. So because it's all out of energy, I'm not going to do any more zapping. Reduce feral spirit cooldown on hero impact or double Frostwolf Resilience, so I can heal more if I Windfury. I think...
For the whole.
Alas, I'm going to head over to the top. That base is still zapping away. See how much energy it's got left there. It's going to run out of energy pretty soon. But what I'm going to do is actually head over to the top. Ooh, and try and see if we can help out Brightwing fighting away as I try and... Oh, looks as though Brightwing, alas and alack, may... Oh, just couldn't quite save her. 3 enemies coming to the top lane. We've got danger coming. Oh, last time I got burst down. I made the cardinal sin of any MOBA, and that was looking away from my character while trying to run around. So as we sort of slightly review, we can jump on in and see how I've been getting on. A bit of hero damage but not loads. A little bit of siege but not loads either. We got wrecked. Okay, back alive. So we need to jump on in. First things first. We've got 2 of our opponent's forts down, very nice. Our opponent's only got 1 of ours down, but they're making a very strong push on this top lane. In goes a Feral Spirits, going to throw out a Chain Lightning, but alas I've been stunned in place. The one problem with being a melee assassin, you need to be so careful with your positioning. Righty then. Out we come, let's see what's going on. Let's throw down a Spirit Wolf, that comes in, throw down Windfury. Going to start throwing down some pressure. Brightwing is pushing forward. We're going to see if we can cause a bit of trouble as well. Diablo dating to ultimate, and that's actually a directional one, so I can spin round. Alex coming in, my enemy Thrall, but alas Alex is going too far. Down goes a Chain Lightning, chasing up. I've still got my ultimate that I can use. Sunder the Earth in a long big fat line, 490 damage, and shove enemies to the side with a stun. I think the next time I'm probably going to use that is when we have a big team fight. Tesla calling for that.
Take this mercenary camp.
Okay, looks as though that we should really be up here with the tower. Oh, trouble going on. Going to throw down my ultimate. Swiftly followed by some Windfury and see if we can bust Tyrael out of this problem. There we go. It looks as though that Zagara is going to go down. There's a Chain Lightning to Zagara's face. Warcraft Universe 1, Starcraft Universe 0. In comes Alex. I'm going to sit in there with my Frostwolf pressure. Alas, the Witch Doctor is also bursting me down as well. I'm going to see if I can get away, but a big long range zap from Falstad has just totally binned me. So much pain. It looks as though that we're just about losing that temple. Chain Lightning with another charge. Windfury hits 3 times. 75% normal. I quite like multiple Windfury. So that's been a bad loss for our team, because not only have we died, but the enemies have almost got a full-on burst. We've managed to remove them. Hoping that Soros can get in the middle. We can see at least we've got control. Bit more zapping going on with the enemy front line. 3 forts taken down on the enemy front line compared to only 1 on ours. So we have recharged, ready to roll.
Elements guide me.
Elements guide me.
The enemy has shattered a fort.
Oh, enemy pressuring a forward in the middle. But Loki is down, almost out. Just going to see if I can charge in and do some damage. Where is that Witch Doctor? There is the Witch Doctor, but he's running away. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch them. going to try and dart around the outside and see if I can grab them. There is Lockie. It looks like Alex is going to intercept me. I'm going to do a bit of Thrall on Thrall action. But this is not a fight I'm going to win, so I need to run. Oh, I was very dead and shouldn't have run into that one. Pride comes before a fall. So from being in a winning position, we're now in a... it's kind of back and forth. It's very, very close, this one. So we're recharging. So how we go in Brightwing? You can see we should in this game we should be doing a little bit better because we've got a dedicated healer. Brightwing's really trying to keep us alive. That's really been helping us so far. But we've not been going into team fights together, and that is what is causing us problems ultimately, as Vampire is in a very tricky little position, charging away, puts up a shield, and at last just manages to get away. Falstad is down, Zebo's back up, I'm back up. So now we can start causing some trouble. Firstly, I'm going to push out in the middle lane. I've got Brightwing with me, got Zagara as well. Zagara will most likely start running at this situation. He turned into a little piggy there. Alas, although Zagara puts devouring maw on top of me. It's not going to be enough to save her from 3 of the opposition. Quickly come along with Nova here. We're just going to go clear out the top. In comes Alex. Oh, it's going to be ultimate into ultimates. I'm going to throw down an ultimate as well. Out that comes, I've got 2 chain lightnings, but that's not going to help in this situation. Alas, everyone running away from me. I need to make sure I can get away. Get a feral spirit to try and drive them off as well. Get back into the base. There's a healing fountain. I'll grab my little heal. I'm very well, thank you. And a big welcome to Crit Viker and Thresh, who are joining us on the stream too. Throw down a cheeky little Windfury. And Nova is down. It looks as though that Staffer is going the wrong way. He's going to try and burst past me. This is a good opportunity for me to throw down double Windfury. In comes Alex as well. Don't know what Alex has got in the bank, but he's healing up very, very quickly. Down goes Windfury. Double electric lightning power. And it looks as though both of them managed to get away to fight another day. But I'm going to flag that there's danger here, even though I don't have enough health to get both of them down myself.
Destroy.
Very nicely done. So everyone is going in to try and deal with the final tower, but it's also run out of energy. So is there anything I can do to swing the tide of this particular battle? Tyrael, in his ghostly form, manages to take out the final one of the opposition. I think we should go and grab some bruiser camps probably while we have the opportunity. Not quite sure where all of these guys are going. Okay, looks like we're going for the fort. It's actually available. Ah, it is available. Excellent. And a big welcome to Captain Pollywall. Okay, so 3 of us in here, trying to see if we can grab a little boss. Let's go for 2 of those feral spirits. There we go. While we have this base all locked up, Worldbreaker, Sundering travels indefinitely. My ultimate is now going to go to the ends of the earth and beyond. So we're in a very good position here now. Enemy team down, they're out of position. 3 of us just defending ourselves up here and able to get the most out of this tower. Almost out of energy. Towers only have a certain amount of energy. Alrighty then, out we come, and as the elements guide me, we've got a boss on the top. I think it might be worth just going over. We could try and grab this boss as well. Okay, we're going for the boss one. I'm hoping that our team are going to have the rest of the base wrapped up. In comes my Windfury, starting to throw out a few feral spirits. Looks as though we're okay here. 3 on 1, in comes Alex, in comes Thrall. Alas, pain, pain, pain. Oh, and I died due to be tanking that at the same time. Very nicely done by Nova taking out the enemy Thrall and Vampire. Most importantly, it doesn't matter who kills this. You've got to be in position and take the amount of possessive power of making sure that you're within the possession circle until it actually triggers. So we were in the right place at the right time. We did the damage. And that means we now have a boss fighting on our side who's going to be, as you can see, I think, charging down that bottom lane. Look at that huge scarab. That's going to be doing some nasty damage to the enemy base, and in fact to the enemy core, because as you can notice, we've actually destroyed everything leading up to the enemy core, so we're in a very good position to push home for the victory. 22 seconds left to go. Meanwhile, let's commentate on what's going on at the top lane. 4 of us, having won a team fight and taken 3 of the enemy team out. Our team then needs to re-heal up just that little bit. The enemy team has busted into our base. They can easily get to our core as well. So even though we've got pretty much a full front line out, we are not home and dry. So we now have 2 towers up in 20 seconds time. Worth moving towards those, and of course you see that the enemy team having to deal with this boss golem, meaning that as they're dealing with that, we can jump on in and seize the towers. So jumping into the middle, we're ready. 5 seconds to go. We know that these guys are going to charge over to the 2 towers as soon as we come alive. I'm in position. We're in there. We can see immediately it starts zapping, but we know that the boss is coming out. I'm going to move to tank. Throwing out a Windfury, and I'm just keeping an eye on the bottom left there for when our opponents inevitably decide to try and move forward. But you can see that now we're actually just zapping away at the core. Because, there we go, good game. Lovely stuff. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, do come check us out live. We're at twitch.tv/Failcraftcast, Monday through Friday, and a bunch of other bits and bobs. If you're live on Twitch, don't go away. We're going to be playing some more games, fun Fridaying it up, and really enjoying what we're up to. So where can you find us? If I can just go and find my little left column. Where are we? We are, of course, youtube.com/Failcraftcast. We do a bunch of other Heroes of the Storm stuff, Hearthstone and more. Twitch.tv/Failcraftcast, Monday through Friday, those times in the bottom right. And check out Failcraftcast on Twitter. So thank you for tuning in to our little Thrall introduction. And we also got to take a look at Sky Temple, the brand new map in Heroes of the Storm Closed Beta. So if you're live on Twitch, don't go away. We're going to be doing some more. If you're on YouTube, do like, comment below, let us know what we did well, and hope to see you soon. Take